Howdy. Hey. Hi. How's it going? If you know me, you know that I make some vanilla world redstone builds as well as some thematic stories, little short films that tell a narrative. And this is not that. This is the actual server that I play in with a bunch of friends of mine, as well as my spouse. That's their flower up there. It is heavily modded. It is tons of fun, and it also has Pokemon. What is not to love? And while I do and did intend on spending a lot more time and effort on those redstone builds as well as the narrative short form videos, they take a lot of time and a lot of effort to be able to set up, test, practice, plan out shots, all of that stuff, and things have been hard lately, you know? So I've been spending most of my time here with my friends in this Pokemon world, just enjoying the game in a very modded state. So as you can see by my house, my stuff, everything we got going on all around here, this is not a new server. This server's been going on for a little bit now. This is the Friendshippo server on BigChadGuysPlus. BigChadGuysPlus being the mod pack up there. And Friendshippo being friendship with a typo because I refuse to change it and I like it. Can I help you? Can I help you? And my favorite thing to do on this server is the same thing I like to do on any server, any world I do. I like to help people through the judicious use of farms. Because you see, I like making the game a little easier for everybody involved so that way they can make their visions come true. We got our iron farm, cobblestone generator, bamboo, create mod redstone generator. There he goes. I also make sand. We got our mob farm. They're just chugging away. Got a froglite magma cream farm that is terrifyingly efficient, as well as the obligatory Enderman farm. And that is definitely not all of them. I have tons of little micro farms just kind of scattered about. Just, if there's a need, I will fulfill that need with farms. And for the spoils, I don't charge anything for them because my goal is, again, just to increase the joy and help other people on the server do the things that they want to do. In service to that, there's a little story. See, I had a need for yellow dye for a build that I was going to do. Usually it's for the other people's stuff. I needed yellow, so I went off to search for yellow. And to find yellow, I found a meadow. Look at this. It's got blue. It's got white. It's got yellow. It's got red. It's got magenta. It has all of the colors. This would be perfect. I decided that I was going to build myself a little flower farm. Just a very simple clock, piston push, flower farm. It's very good, if just a bit loud. I'm gonna drop that voice. I don't know what was going on there, but I came across a few quirks. Let's call them quirks. Quirks? Quirks. So oddly enough, not every flower type that appears in this biome will appear whenever you bone meal, and I was not aware of that. It was really only the dandelion and the allium and a bunch of wheat seeds that appeared. Which, considering I came here for yellow, was not the worst that could have gone. But there was a fourth thing that appeared. Something I didn't expect. And that would be the tea blossoms. See, the tea blossoms come from the mod Let's Do Herbal Brews, which lets you make tea and coffee and all kinds of delightful drinks. And I thought, I like tea, I like coffee. I could do something like that on the server here. I could make a little cafe. I could do something fun for my friends. And I went a little overboard with that initial concept. So now I gotta do something with it. So, given that there are Pokemon in the server, and I have enough stuff to be able to make my own little cafe, I'm going to make a Meowth cat cafe. It also helps that all of these actually give you like buffs and are nice things. They're not just random foodstuffs. So like the effort is worth it and it'll be a real boon to the people of the server. So like it is a win-win. Everybody wins. And I get to make a cat cafe. So like neat. And I had already taken the time before recording to gather up just a bunch of all of these. So let's go ahead and just gather these up, take them back to spawn, and scope out our location. That is a legendary, but I already have you. Moving on. And we have arrived back in town. All of our items are here, stored safely in the shulker boxes, just begging to be blown up by a creeper outside my house. There's a weird bird. We have our little roped off area where we're going to build this cafe just in between all of the bases. We're going to have our entrance here. It's going to go back to the seating area. There will be an order area in the back, leading down to an employees only section where I'll actually brew all of the everything, as well as hopefully, if we have room, a little patio section for some outdoor seating. It's going to be lovely. Well, time to gather some resources. And many other gathering activities that I did not bother to catch on camera. Now that I have a sizable amount in my inventory, we're good to get started on a foundation. This spot is not for you, sir. Please leave. Alrighty, hear me out. It's kind of in a bit of an ugly phase right now, but we're working on it. The weather is also in a bit of an ugly phase. And it's working on it too. Just waiting out the weather. Alrighty, so the weather has cleared. We've got a beautiful rainbow and a cat cafe that has been started. Like I said, it's kind of in the ugly phases at the moment because we just started, but you can see where the vision's coming. We got our little patio here. We got our entrance over here. Big seating area. This will be where our order area is. And then we have our employees only section. We'll have a little break room there. And then down the stairs, this is where we're going to make all the tea. We got our sugar cane. We have our renewable resources because these can just be bone mealed and then we get more. And all of our non-renewable resources. And we continue. It is a bit less in its ugly phases at this time. No thank you. A bit less in its ugly phases at this time and starting to look more like the vision that I had in mind. So let's slide on in here. You can see we're starting to section out the space, getting some ideas as to how we want to do things in here. And right here, we're going to have the output where people can buy all of the drinks. We have our employees only section with our storage, and our brewing stations are all ready and geared up and making that tea. Yeah. And then it started raining. And it won't stop. We'll get there. I actually took these pictures myself. It's another mod. Very pretty. I love that one. But I made the dispensing stuff. This is where everybody's going to be able to get all of the drinks for the cat cafe that they so desire. Just push the button. Out it dispenses. I haven't filled yet. And this is how I have to fill it. Because I mistook how much space I have. But that's neither here nor there. Regardless, it is a start. It is a base. This is where we are starting from. And then we can fill out the rest of the interior from there. So, progress is progress. So, here goes. What a wonderful day. I could really go for some coffee. Luckily, I know a place. For the interior, I added in some wonderful seating all throughout. I got some plants scattered about. I absolutely adore these. This is my favorite in the world. These are chalkboards that you can draw, blackboards, what have you. Order here. Don't mind if I do. There's only one thing missing. Kind of a vital, important part of the cat cafe experience. The cat. And for that, we're going to go back here into the employees only section and use this. This is a part of Cobblemon called the pasture block. And with this, you can, there we are, you can send out Pokemon. And I decided, instead of just cats, let's go for cats plus Eevee because I have a lot of those. We got all our Pokemon set. Let's go ahead and pop out here and just look at them. living their best lives. I adore this. What are you doing? So now I have an Eevee-themed cat cafe on my server with a bunch of friends, and I gotta say, I'm very happy with this development. From finding random tea leaves in the ground because I needed yellow, to berserkers still running into a table over there, but all of them living their best life. It's pretty good. I'm happy. Anyways, that's it for this little short video, and I hope you have a good day. Goodbye.